Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is Arfan and today we are going to create this Tic Tac Toe game, simple Tic Tac Toe game. So let's actually play it. As you can see that let's say I will move here, the computer move with this one. So this is a simple Tic Tac Toe game, so there will not have any kind of AI for the computer, so it will have a completely random move for the computer. So let's choose my next move. So let's do it here. So yeah, computer is doing great, as you can see. So let's say that I can win this game if I do it here. So let's actually play a little bit more and have my move here. Wow, computer won the game. So this time computer did a very good job. Let's actually try a little bit more. So now you can see that this time I will not let you win. Wow, computer is doing really great actually. So now as you can see that this is a clear player X win, means the player win. So that's what we are going to make. We will actually put all the game logic with Vanilla JavaScript, and we will use HTML and CSS for the game board, and the UI means the styling things. We will not use the HTML canvas for the game board. We will use simply some grid items to create this board. You will see it and I hope you will like it, and that's it. That's what we are going to make and I hope you will enjoy it. So no more talk, let's dive into it. So before we start the video, I want to mention that if you want to follow us on our Instagram, you can do that. The handle is instagram.com/web_CIFAR. So if you follow us, you will get some interesting tips and tricks about web design and development. Maybe that will be helpful for you. And also, if you face any kind of problem with this tutorial, you can join our community group. The link will be in the description. We have a great number of community members and which is growing day by day. So join the group. The link will be description. All the link will be in the description. So with that saying, let's roll the intro. So here as you can see that here is my HTML file, here is my CSS, and also I have this JavaScript file. So in our HTML file, first of all, let's get this boilerplate with exclamation sign, and let's increase the font size a little. And inside this body I will have my section, so section, and inside that I will have h1, and we will have a class for it. So player title, and here I will just say that the name of the game, so Tic Tac and Toe. And after that I will have an anchor tag here, and this is the basically the button for the rematch. So I will have a class here, so class rematch, and let's say that one rematch, and here is my button. If I save here, I should see the button here. So this is the button, and we will style it later. So first of all, let's create the board for the game. So here let's say that div with a class of container, and inside that I will have the board. So for each of our board pieces we will have a div, so with a class of item. So this will be the first piece of the board, so we will have 9 pieces here. So let's duplicate it. So as you can see that we have 9 pieces for the board. So let's style that and create our game. Before that, let's actually link the CSS file here. So in our CSS, first of all, let's remove all the unexpected gap, and here let's say that margin 0 and also padding 0, and let's say that box sizing will be the border box. And after that let's actually get a font. So I already have the URL for the font. You can go to the fonts.google.com, and from there you can get any kind of font. So I am using this Roboto mono font, as you can see. So let's apply this in our HTML. So font family, will be the Roboto Mono. And as you can see that the font is already applied in our content. So after that, in our body, let's have some styles. So in the body, let's say that the mean height for the body will be 100 VH, and also let's say that the width will be 100%, and also display will be flex, and align item center, and also let's say that justify content center, and text align center, and also we'll have a background color. So let's have this color. We will have a dark color here, so let's copy the color from my note, and here is the color. So as you can see that we have this dark color. I think we need to use this color in many places, so let's create a variable so that we can easily use this color later very easily. So root, and here let's say that background, and the value of this variable will be the color that we have here. And now we can just use this color. So as you can see that nothing is changed here. So after that, let's go to the container, and let's say that the width will be 100 VO width, and the height will be also 100 pixel, and not 100 actually, let's say that 400 pixel. And if I save, we can't see it because we don't have any kind of background color. So let's have a background color of gray here. Still we can't see it. If you can see, actually here is the background of our container. If I change it, you can see that's the color actually. So we will keep it gray. And also let's have a max width here. So max width will be 600 pixel, and after that let's go to display grade, and after that the grid template for our column and row. So grid template will be repeat and 3-1FR for the row, I believe, and also same will be for the column. So 3-1FR. And as you can see that we can't see it, still we can't see it because we don't have any kind of grid gap. So let's create a grid gap here. So grid gap, and let's say that 5 pixel, and if I save, still we can't see it. I think we need to change the background a little bit darker color. So let's create this dark color. Now as you can see that this is the background and this is the container. So after that, let's go to this individual item, as you can see. So let's style those things. So here in the item, let's say that width will be 100%, and the height will be about 100% also, but the background color that we want is the white. So if I save, now you can see that here is our board. So if you notice that here, so these are the individual item, and those are the actually our grid child. So we have this item as a grid child, and we have this border, as you can see that we can assume it as a border. So these are the actually gaps from the grid, as you can see. So we have nice board here that we can use for the gameplay. So after that, let's go to our player X. So if we have a class in our item, so let's have a class in our item which is the player X. If we have this class, we will actually make a move for the player X. So let's actually style that. So player X, and for that I will have a background image. So the background image URL, so it will be inside my image. I have these two images, as you can see. First one is the x.png. If I save, I can't see it, and I think I need to make it background repeat no repeat. Actually I can use a shorthand instead of background image. I can use only background, and after that I can use the shorthand. And now we can directly say no repeat and cover not cover, sorry, center means background position and the cover. And this is the shorthand for the player X, and as you can see that I have this typo, so let's say player X correctly, and if I save, now I can see my player X image here. So I don't want the image here, as you can see that as a cover. What I want is actually I want it as a contain. So as you can see that now it is containing, nothing is actually cut off from the image. And also I don't want to have it actually as 100%, as you can see. So let's actually, instead of contain, I will use 50%. So now you can see that it is perfectly center and it is 50% of the width. And that's it for our player X. So the player Y means the computer move will be the same. So we will have a class for that, which is computer, and I also have this typo, so computer, and for this computer I will have this o.png. so these will be the computer move. So let's actually have this class in my item, so computer, and as you can see that this is the computer image. So whenever we will actually have our move, we will add these classes to show the move in our board. So let's actually remove this class from the item right now. We don't need it anymore. So after that, let's actually style this rematch button here. So rematch, and here let's say that cursor will be pointer, and also let's say that the padding will be 20 pixel and 50 pixel, and also let's say that display will be inline block, and also let's say that background color will be black, and as you can see that we need to make the color white, and also I don't need the text transition, sorry, text decoration, none. So as you can see, so after that the last thing, I think font size will be 24 pixel. Yeah, looking perfectly fine. So let's also have some margin bottom here, so it will be about 30 pixel, and also let's say that the opacity will be 0. So after that, let's also say that display hidden, not hidden, display none actually. So as you can see that whenever I will use display none, the item is already removed from here. So this is fine, and I think I need to add some style for our this heading. So here let's actually, after the item, let's have the player title, and let's say that the font size will be a big font size, something like for 50 pixel, and after that the margin bottom will be about 20 pixel, and color will be white. So as you can see that the color is white and everything is looking perfect, and I think we don't need anything else for now, but we will see. So as you can see that it's looking fine, everything is looking good, and I think I need to readjust my background. So the background is not looking good, so let's actually have a new color which is a little bit darker, so as you can see. And also for our this white, we can actually use it as a transparent. We don't need any kind of, not transparent actually, we can use it as a background color, as you can see here. So the same color, so as you can see that it's looking perfect. It's looking something like kind of transparent, because the color that we have in the background and the color that we have in our item is the same color. So it's looking perfect right now, and actually I think we need some more space here. So let's actually create 50 pixel space or 100 pixel even, so that's fine I think. So let's actually have the JavaScript right now. So So in our main.js, first of all, let's link the JavaScript file here before our closing body tag. So script source, and the source will be main.js. So in our main.js, first of all, we need to create the function, which is the init function, which will basically initialize the game. So function init, and you can name it actually anything as you want. So let's call the function right there. So init function is called here. So inside my init function, first of all, let's grab all the DOM elements. So constant player title is equals to document.querySelector, and here I will just select the player title, and after that I will just select my next thing, which is the rematch button. Rematch button, and we need to grab the button document.querySelector, and here will be the rematch. I have this typo. And after that, let's actually select all the items. So let's duplicate it and select the item, and this time we have multiple things, means multiple item here. So these are the items that we have these 9 items. So we need to select with the query selector all, and also let's name the constant here, which is the items. And finally we need to convert these items into an array. So grid array is equals to, we need to convert this item into an array. So we can do that very easily. We just can say that array.from, and here we need to pass the items. So from the node list, by default it is a node list, and from that node list now we are converting it into an array. So after that, let's actually create a tracking list here. So tracking array actually, so tracking is equals to, we need to create a tracking array. So the array will be basically the board pieces here. So this is the first piece and second, third. So we have these 9 pieces. So we need to create a array for that. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9. So we have this 9 tracking array. So after that, let's actually have a current player is equals to player x. So this is the basic games. We will not have any kind of advanced things inside my game. What we will have is, every time we will play this game as a player x, means whenever we will have a move, we will actually move as a this x move. So as you can see that we have 2 move. We can use circle move, or we can use this x move. But for this game, every time we will play as a player x, not the player o. So after that, let's actually loop through this array here, means loop through these items actually. So here let's leave a comment. So looping through all the board items. So after that here, so let's actually loop through the items. So items dot for each, and for each item we will actually say, so for each item what we will do actually, we will add an event listener. So whenever I will click one of this item, what I want to do, so first of all I want to have a event listener for that. So item dot add event listener, and the event is actually click event. And whenever I will actually click, what I want to do here, so now whenever I will click, first of all I need to get the index from this array. So which one I am clicking. So as you can see that if I click this one, means I am clicking the first one, and if I click this one, I am clicking the second one. So for the array, the index is actually 0 for the first one. So here what we can do, as you can see that we can actually get the index from here. So before that, let's actually leave a comment here. So this is the player move, and here first of all let's get the index is equals to grid array dot index of, and we need to pass the e dot target, we need to pass the e actually. So here we need to pass the e, means the event. Now we can just say that e dot target. So we are actually having the index now. So if I click the first one, we have the index, which is the 0. We can actually have this index from this for each array, because in the for each array the second parameter is the index of the item. So we can also have the index from this for each second parameter, but right now let's keep it like that. So now what I need to do, actually I need to add a class in this item. So let's actually add this. So I just can say that items index means the item that we already clicked here, dot class list dot add. So the class for our player is the player X class, because as you can see that in our CSS we already styled the player X class here, so that's why we need to remember that. So player X. So if I save, now let's test it. So if I click this, as you can see that we have this cross here, or you can say X here. So whenever I will click, we will have this background in the item. So perfect. So now as you can see that it's working perfectly fine. So whenever I click, I will have my move, which is the X, and after that whenever we'll have a move, we need to splice the move from the tracking array. So let's say that I have a move in the second place, so I need to actually take out this second or these two from this tracking array. So let's do it. So for that, first of all, I need the index of the number. So let's say that I have a move in the second place, as you can see that in the second item. So I need the index of these two. So for that, let's actually leave a comment here. So let's actually have the index. So constant, let's say that a splice number, for that splice nr is equals to tracking dot index of, and we need to give the index. So as you can see that the index that we have here, it is actually right now 1, because as I said the array start from 0 and this is the 1. So if I need to get the index of this second one, I need to have index plus 1. Because as you can see that we have this tracking list which is starting from the 1, but basically all these arrays, means these items that we are having is starting from 0. So that's why we need to have this index plus 1. So now we are actually finding the number, which is actually 2, and it will see in the tracking list, it will see here, it will see for these 2. So it will get the index of these 2 from this tracking list. Now after that we need to actually splice it. So I just can say that tracking dot splice, and I need to say that I need to splice from the splice number, which is actually the index number of these 2, and from that how many item you want to remove. So from here I need to remove only one, which is this index. So I just can say that 1. So what it will do, let's actually explain it for you. So it will actually splice from this tracking list, and it will actually start from a splice number, which is actually this index of 2, as you can see. So it will start from here, and how many you want to remove from that tracking list. I want to remove only 1, so it will remove these 2. So if I have a move in the second item, so if you have item in the 3, means if you have a move in the third one, so what I'm having here is the index is second one, and the splice number index is actually second plus 1, means third one. So it will actually get the index for this one, third one, and after that it will actually splice these 3 from the tracking list. Now we have a tracking list where we don't have the number 3, means the item. So that's how we can track all the items. So whenever I will have a move in a item, we will actually take out the number from this tracking list. So now what we need to do, actually we need to do a win check for player. So whenever we will have a player move, first of all we will add the class here, and after that we will remove the number from the tracking list, and after that we need to check the win for the player. So let's do a win check for the player. So let's say that win check for the player, and here let's say that if win check, so here is the function, this is the function. We don't have the function yet, but I will create the function here in a moment. So if our win check return any kind of true value, means we already win the match. So I just can say the player title dot inner HTML is equals to player x win, and after that we need to actually add a class in our body. So document dot body dot class list dot add, and the class is actually over, means the game is over. So let's create first of all this win check function. So here let's get the function which is the win check, function name will be here, so win check. So here in our function we will need 2 parameters. So first is the player name, so we just can say that player name, and the second thing that we need is actually the items. So we just can say that items means these items. Let's actually pass those parameter in our here. So let's actually say that we are checking for the player. So the name of the player is the player X. The second thing is that the items. So now we are passing these things. Now we have the access of our player name and also the items inside of this function. So here in our win check function, first of all I need to create another function. So function, this is the check actually. Inside the check we will have 3 positions. So position 1, position 2, I will explain it in a moment. So position number 3. So we will have these 3 position, and I need to actually check in this 3 position that we have the same player class. Means if I have the player class in my first position, in second position, in third position, means it's a game over, means player win already. So that's what I'm checking here. So let's say that if items, let's actually break it here. So items position 1 dot class list dot contains. So if our the item contains the class of player, means the player name actually here. Instead of player I can use player name. Yeah, so now here we are checking for the first position. Let's actually do it for the second and third. So we just can have a and here, and let's actually have 2 more time. We don't need and for the third one. Here this will be the second position, and here we will have the third position. So now we are checking for our 3 position that we are having the same class name. If we have the same class name, means we actually own the game, so we need to return true. So else what I need to do, else I need to return false, means we need to continue the game. We need to continue the game if we return false. So as you can see that this is a check function, and inside the check function we will take 3 positions. So these can be any possible 3 position for the win So let's actually check it here. So let's say that if check, we will check for the 0, 3 and 6, 0, 3 and 6. So if these things return true, means as you can see that if these all these three position have the same player name, we will return true. So whenever it will return true from here, I will also return true from the whole of my win check function. Else what I need to do, so after that I need to check my second match. So let's say that check, and for this time let's check 1, 4, 7, and let's actually return true. So similarly we need to check with all the match here. So all the possible match means we can have this vertically, we can have this horizontally, and also we can have this diagonally for the win. So let's actually do this. We can actually copy and paste it. We don't need to do it for each of our match because it's actually same things. So as you can see that we are checking for first one, the 0, 3, 6, and after that 1, 4, 7, and after that 2, 5, 8 means we are checking for the vertically, and after that we are checking horizontally 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, and after that we are checking diagonally 0, 4, 8, and opposite diagonally here, so 2, 4, 6. So these are the all possible match. So if they return true from here, means actually we already own the game. So if it is true, means if returns true, we will say that we won the match, and we will add a class in our body. So let's actually test it, and let's open my developer tools here, and let's go to the elements, and here is my body. So let's actually see if it is working or not. So let's actually add it here, add it here, and add it here. So now you can see that whenever I have 3 in a row, means 0, 1, 2, means whenever I will have a 3 in a row, it will check here, and it will come and it will see here. As you can see that whenever I will have whenever I will have 0, 1, 2 in this 3 position, I have the same player name, I will return true, which means the game is already over. We need to declare the player name. So as you can see that we are checking for the player X, means the current player. That's why I'm saying that player X win. So let's actually do the same thing for our computer. So here after the win check, let's say that computer move. So for the computer move, what I need to do actually, I need to have a random number for our computer. So let's say the constant random number, random is equals to math dot floor, and here inside that I will just say that math dot random, and this will generate a random number, and I need to actually multiply these things with the length of our tracking, because these tracking things, as you can see, that will not remain same every time. Whenever I will have a move, I will subtract one item from the tracking list, means the length will be decreased. So I need to multiply this math.random with this tracking.length. So what it will give, always it will give a number according to our tracking list length. So according to this random number, I will have a number from this tracking list. So let's say that the number will be constant computer index . Oh my god, I can't type. Computer index is equals to tracking dot, not dot, actually we can use this as square bracket random. I will explain it a little later. Let's actually say that after that I need to now I have the index of for our computer move, and after that what I need, actually I need to have the class according to our computer index. So let's actually have a class in our board. So for that I just can say that items, and inside the items in which item I want to have this computer move. So the index will be this computer index, so computer index. And after that what I need to do, actually I need to subtract 1, as you can see that because this array is actually starting from 1. So I need to make sure that we are actually subtracting 1 from this tracking index, sorry, computer index. And here in the item I need to add a class, so class list dot add, and the class is actually computer, so computer. And if I save, let's actually test it. So whenever I will have a move, and instantly I will have a computer move. As you can see that these two move will not be same for any case. So because I'm removing the player x index, means whenever I will have a move as a player, I'm actually subtracting the number from the tracking. So that's why there is actually no chance to have the same item have a both move. You know what I mean. We already removed this first one because as you can see that we are spliced the player move already here, as you can see. So we need to do the same for our this circle one, means the computer one. So for that it is very simple. I just can say that let's actually have a comment here, splicing the computer move from the tracking list. And here let's say that tracking dot splice, and we need to say that we need to splice the random one, means random, and from that I need to splice 1. So after that let's actually have the win check for our computer. So win check for the computer. So this is the same thing that we have here, win check for the player. So we just actually copy this and paste it here. So instead of player x, now we will say that computer, and the items will remain same. But whenever I will have a win, means whenever the computer win, I will just say that computer on, and that's it, as you can see. So that's it, as you can see that that's our game. And if I have it, as you can see that let's actually play here, and if I have this, so as you can see that player x win, and if I refresh that I can play one more time. So let's actually make a win for the computer here. This computer, as you can see that it is a stupid because as you can see that we are not using any kind of intelligence here. We are having this computer move randomly, so it will be hard to win, to have a win for computer. So let's try and see if the computer win. No, this time. Yeah, as you can see that computer win is also working perfectly fine. So in the both way, as you can see that it is working perfectly. So as you can see that it is working perfectly fine, but still we have some problems here. So if I move in the first one, this is the computer move. The problem is still I can actually click in one of these item. If I click in one of these item, it will be counted as a player move. But I don't want that. Actually, let's actually show you. If I click in this player one, sorry, in this computer one, as you can see that it is actually counted as a player move. And after that, computer did its move. As you can see that it's move in the fifth one. If you click in the existing player move, it will be counted as a player move, as you can see. So we don't want that. So to prevent that, what we can do actually here in our player move here, as you can see that, let's create some space. We need to have a check here. So if the items dot index, means the one we already clicked, is have already a player X or computer. So if the item that we are clicking is already have a player X or a computer, means it is already booked previously. So I don't want to do anything, I just simply return from here. I will not go further from here. So that's the check, and if I check it here now, as you can see that we have a problem. So let's come here in my console, error, class list of undefined, sorry not item, index will be here. So now it should be fine. So as you can see that if I click in a existing item, means if I click in this computer one, as you can see that nothing is happening. Same also if I click in this player move, nothing is happening. But if I click in this empty one, it is counted as a player move. So perfect, we are having this check here. Wow, computer one, this time computer is playing well. So after that, actually let's have some style for our game over. If you remember, whenever we actually have a on here, means whenever someone will win the game, we already adding a class in our body here, as you can see. So this over class is already added in the body, if you can see here. So with this class, means whenever someone will win with this class, we can actually have a different style in our board. So let's do it here. So in the end of this style, let's say that body dot over. So if our body have a over class, in the rematch I will just say that opacity 1 and display initial. Now you can see that I have this player button, but as you can see that this button is not working perfectly. Oh, sorry, because it is happening, as you can see that we are saying that display initial. Sorry for that, we don't need display initial. I need to get back my display inline block here. So inline block, now it is working perfectly. So as you can see that whenever I will have a computer win, I will have this button visible here, but if I click, nothing will happen. So let's actually have functionality for this button. So here, as you can see that in the initial in the init function, inside my init function, I just can say that rematch button dot add event listener. What I need to do, actually I need to add an event for the click. So whenever I will click, what I want to do is actually I will run this function, this callback function. So here inside the function, what I need to do, actually I need to reload my page. So to reload this web page, what I can do, I just can say that location dot reload. So it will reload the web page. So let's check it here. Let's have, okay, so as you can see the player win, and if I click this one rematch, now you can see that the web page is reloaded and we are actually ready to have a rematch here. So perfect, it is working perfectly fine. So the last thing, I think we need to check for a draw. So as you can see that we have a win check, but we don't have any kind of draw check. How we can check a draw here? Actually, whenever we will have an empty array, empty tracking array, it means actually it's a draw. So we can actually check it here after the player win check. So player win check here, and after that, before our computer move, we will check for the draw. And let's say that if the tracking dot length is equals to 0, it means the game is draw. So I just can say that player title dot inner HTML is equals to So this will be the message that we will have whenever we will have a draw. And after that, let's say that I will also add the class that we added in our body, means this over class, and also I will return from here. So return, I will not go further, means I will not have my player move or anything else. I will just simply return from here. So that's it. As you can see that we have this draw. So let's actually see if we can have a draw here. So as you can see that we have a draw. So you are tough, it's a draw. Wanna rematch? Yes. As you can see that we are having pretty nice thing here. So it's working perfectly fine. After that, what I want to do actually, whenever I will have a game over, I want to have some specific style on the container. So let's say that whenever I'll have a body.over, means whenever the game is over, in the container I will just say that cursor will be no drop, means if I save, now as you can see that the cursor, it's actually something indicating that I can't have any kind of move anymore because the game is over. In the item, container item, so in the item the pointer event will be none. So as you can see that I can't click anymore because I just remove the pointer event from the item, but I can have a rematch. Yeah, as you can see the player x1. So that's it. As you can see that it's working fine. The problem, the last thing that I want to have is actually this white thing. As you can see that in the background with the X or the circle, we have this white background. I don't want that actually. So here, whenever I'm saying the background, as you can see that player X with and also the computer, I just can say that background color also variable. I just can ask for the background color that we already have here. So if I save, it should work, but it is not working here. Oh, I think I need to call it after the background image. So as you can see that whenever we are calling this after the background image, it's working. So let's actually call it for also the computer. So background color will be the same color that we have as our background. Now you can see that it's looking much better. So let's actually play a Tic Tac Toe here. So yeah, I'll not let you win, computer. I can have a simple win here, as you can see. So I think one thing left here, as you can see that we are checking for our win here and also here for the computer win check. So whenever I will have a win, I need to return from there. I don't want to run these all codes after the win. So let's do it for our win check for computer here. So return. So that's it. It will not run the further code if we win the game. So let's check it out here. So notice whenever I will actually win this game, it will not have any kind of computer move after I win. So if I do that, as you can see that there is no computer move because I return from the place that I win. So as you can see that here I win the match and after that I just return. I will not go here or I will not run this code anymore. So that's it. As you can see that I think that's all for this simple Tic Tac Toe game. I hope you enjoyed it. So that's it guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends and family. Also, if you want to watch more video like this one, please subscribe the channel and also turn on the notification bell so that you can get notified whenever I will upload my next video. So my name is Arfan and I will see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, Khuda Hafiz.